Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Gosh, guys, the sun is out, so I'm excited about that, but it is windy. So, welcome to Iowa. It's windy here. I don't know when we became the windy state, but we're the windy state now. But anyway, guys, getting on here this morning, I got a couple things I want to let you know before we get too far in. Tomorrow is Good Friday, guys, and I am not going to be coming live to you guys. It is a time for you guys to spend with your families. I know kids will be off school, that kind of thing. I'm going to be spending time with my family as well, and doing some other things in the background. But won't be coming to you live tomorrow, but I will be back on Monday. Okay, it's a holiday here, so I'm going to see that as a holiday. Also, guys, before we get too far in, you can still win a one-on-one with me. All you have to do is like the video that you're on, and you will get your name entered into the drawing that I will draw for on Tuesday mornings. Okay. Well, I'll draw it, but then I'll announce it on Tuesday mornings. Okay. All right, guys. You're kind of wondering about my title, right? It seems like I've shifted gears a little bit this week, and that's okay. I'm going to be shifting gears a little more often, guys. Not doing real estate all the time, because our lives are not just about real estate. They are about everything. Real estate is just the roof over our head. I mean, I know that sounds very just, um, but it's not just, but it is. I mean, it's the roof over our head, but it doesn't live our lives for us. Okay, so there's things that we deal with all the time that make us who we are. Okay, lessons that are learned, all that kind of stuff. All right. And I'm bringing this to you because I think it's a good point, especially right now with the market as hot and as fast as it is right now. Okay. What horses have taught me. Okay. That is something that I live by. It has taught me so many life lessons. I could probably do a whole year's videos on the life lessons that horses have taught me. Okay. But I've just learned so many things from them, like how to be patient, how to, proverbially get bucked off and get right back on. The biggest thing though is how to pivot. Okay? I want you to think about this. I'm working with an animal, or if you have horses, you're working with an animal that cannot verbally communicate. Okay? And they're even different than our pets, like dogs and cats, because dogs and cats, maybe not cats, but like dogs, they will go by voice commands. Horses will go by voice commands to an extent, but not to the aspect that dogs will. The other thing is they have a high fear and flight. Um, it's in their genetics, they have high fear and flight. Okay. So the wrong thing or the wrong move can set the horse off and make them flight. Okay. So that's why I'm saying it's taught me how to pivot. So when I get bucked off, okay, what's the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting a different result, right? Well, when you get bucked off with horses, okay, there is something that's going on. So either they are not comfortable with you on their back, or they're hurting, or there could be a number listing of things. It could be attitude. It could be a lot of things. Okay. But the thing is when you get bucked off, yes, you have to get back on, but sometimes, or all the time, you need to go about it in a different way. You need to go about the lesson that you are trying to teach them in a different way. You don't even have to be bucked off to do this. But if you're trying to get a horse to move forward or do whatever, and they're not understanding what you're saying, you have to stop, sit back, pivot, pivot as in try a different approach, try something different. They are reading off of you. And if you get frustrated and cannot pivot, and try it in a different manner that they are going to understand, because we know all children don't learn the same, all humans don't learn the same, all horses don't learn the same. You're going to have to stop and pivot and see what you can do. All right. So, how does this tie into real estate, guys? Very simple. If the approach that you are taking in purchasing a home is not working, maybe you need to pivot. Okay. Maybe you need to look at other different facets to do so. One of the things right now, okay, is inspections. I've talked about inspections a lot on here, okay? But there are people that have a good bid and or a good offer, and they've lost it, and the only thing they can think of is that they've lost it because they had inspections listed on there. So maybe it's something that you're going to have to compromise, okay? Something that you're going to have to pivot with, okay? Or just in life in general. If you're doing a diet and you're not losing weight, then you're going to have to pivot and figure out what it is that you're doing or what it is that you're ingesting that is keeping you from doing so. Or maybe it's how much you are ingesting, okay? But you just have to keep pivoting, and you have to keep researching, and you have to just keep figuring it out, okay? One of the big things that I tell my kids all the time is don't worry about it, we'll figure it out. Even if I don't know the answer, I never tell them that I really don't know the answer. I just say, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Like, we'll figure it out. I don't have all the answers, but I will figure it out. And that's what I do for my clients as well. If I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. If it's something big, I'll ask around. I am not afraid to ask people, questions. Okay? So, I want you to think about that and think about how that correlates with anything that you have going on in your life, okay? Because pivoting is the biggest thing that we need to do on a daily, hourly, minute basis sometimes, in everything that we do. Okay? All right, guys. I hope you have an amazing day. Guys, we can talk more about this in my Facebook group. The link is in the description of whatever video that you're watching. Just grab it and pop on over there. And I hope to see you guys all super soon. I will see you all on Monday. Have a